Just hold it. I'll just hold it. This isn't professional anyway. If Stephen King gives me one more description of any of the female character's breasts that does nothing for the plot, does nothing for the scene, I don't care. I don't care that you can see her nipples. Stephen! Okay, here's the deal. Oh my god, Selena. Okay, so I realized that the way that content creation works is you need to consistently create content to get subscribers. And then I realized that monthly wrap-ups only occur once a month. That is not enough content. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna film this lovely little weekend of me reading my September TBR, mostly like Doctor Sleep. Welcome to the first reading vlog. I'm home alone with my dog and he's really jumpy, which makes me really jumpy, which makes him really jumpy. So the chaos ensues. This is what I'm doing. I realized like I didn't say at all what I did that night. So I read Doctor Sleep. While I was eating a little bit, I watched some Paperback Dreams, and then I read more Doctor Sleep on the couch with my dog for a little while. And then I went upstairs, and now the next footage makes sense, kind of. Alright, here we have some excellent camera work by me here, saying goodnight to my dog after he and I spent some time together cuddling and reading on the couch. As you can see, he and I are twins. Then I went upstairs to start getting ready for bed, and I was joined by not one, not two, but all three of my cats. And they were all laying in the same position. I thought that was funny, and I thought that the world needed to know. Here I am being very disappointed in myself because I spent way too much time on my phone instead of reading, and then I was extremely exhausted. Yeah, it's almost like being on your phone for excessive amounts of time isn't good for you. My cats left me and I felt very lonely, so I went downstairs to pick one up and forcibly bring her into my room to cuddle with me. As you can see, she was thrilled about that. I didn't film anything else because I was so tired and very low energy. I didn't think it would be very entertaining. So, on to the next day. I made a smoothie bowl. I ate that while reading Doctor Sleep. I'm like 130 odd pages in. It's better than it was for the first 60 pages because they made me a little angry. Insert clip. That makes me angry. That is my pet peeve when male authors are like, you know what's important to this scene right now? She's not wearing a bra. I don't care. Okay, voiceover Selena is back. Next, I went upstairs and I went through my bullet journal / planner, whatever you want to call it. I like to do this in the morning of every day and in the evening of every day. Does that always happen? Absolutely not. But I think it's a good way to organize my weekend and the week ahead. I like to color code each subject of classes that I have to help me keep track of what I am spending the most time working on. I also like using a bullet journal rather than a planner because you get to make each of the spreads yourself. I find that to be pretty relaxing, but also a good way to make sure that I have room for everything that I want to put on and write down in it. Okay, and here is my spread for the day, all the things that I want to get done. Next, I made lunch. I reheated the pasta that I made last night because naturally I made way too much.
Then I had a little bit of planner admin to do. I was just putting all the due dates in for assignments that were due in the upcoming week so I could plan my week a little bit more thoroughly. I had quite a bit of resource economics homework to do, both watching lecture videos and doing some online problems. That's Jack, by the way. Jack is his name. I think that's very important for everyone to know. Got my schoolwork done, a whole bunch of statistics, but I did it and I'm gonna thank myself later. So now I'm going to curl up with my cat and finally get reading. So no spoilers, but I'm about 140 pages in, and I am at a particular part in the book where Dan is working at like an assisted living community for elderly people. In it, there's a cat who jumps on people's beds and curls up next to them when they're about to die. Do you have something to tell me? I think he's just here because he wants to cuddle and I'm okay with that. He looks so angry. Hi. I am exhausted. I'm probably not going to read anymore because, well, I don't know, maybe not. It's not really at like a scary part yet. I don't like reading horror novels at night because I'm a weenie hut junior. I've got to finish up my planner for tomorrow so I know what I'm doing and get myself to bed before I fall asleep standing up. I'm on page 167 now, so I made some good progress today, but I am not halfway through yet. The next thing that I did was I went over my notes from both the day before and today. I take notes when I'm doing readings or watching videos for my classes, but also during lectures. I find that if I wait a day or two or even just a few hours and then go over them and highlight the important parts, I retain it a lot better, and somehow it feels like less effort being put towards studying, even if it might not actually be. I started watching some Paperback Dreams. I was watching her reading vlog from when she read A Little Life, which is on my September TBR list, and I'm not gonna read this in September. I'm gonna wait until like Christmas break when the semester's over. I cannot read that during the school year because I need to like not be put entirely out of commission and be an emotional wreck, which looks like exactly what this book is going to do to me. Like, there's a high likelihood I'm gonna get to a certain point and just decide this is
is not worth it. So I haven't read yet today. I'm still here. Another thing, I realize I haven't really been talking about it much, and that's because it took me a little while to like figure out what was going on. Like, I didn't realize how much time had passed between like the first little bit when we learn about the true knot and like Dan's story, and that's just purely because no thoughts had empty. Like, there's nothing going on up here. I will update you again after I've eaten something and I'm doing something interesting. It's been a few hours. I pretty much just laid in bed, called my boyfriend, ate kale chips, continued laying in bed, and now it's like 2 p.m. I changed because my parents and I are gonna go out to eat outdoors, socially distant, at a place we know is gonna be super busy, so we are being safe, and we also like avoid going out in general. This is the first time we've gone out for something that isn't a necessity since March. Basically what I'm going to do is read until we have to leave to go and get dinner. Things are going way too well right now, and I want it to get to the good part or the bad part, depending on, you know, your ethics, I guess. I don't know. I don't read scary books for a feel-good story. Thank you very much. Let's go speed it up. Okay, so I just got back from dinner. I had a great meal. So now I'm going to edit the thumbnail for this video. After I get the willpower to sit up from the floor, I am going to get ready for bed, curl up, and I'm just gonna read. That's how you know I'm kind of disappointed in this book so far. The last couple Stephen King books which I read, there was no way that I could read them at night. And the fact that I am willing to read this one right before bed goes to show you it's really not that scary so far. Then again, I'm only just a little bit into part 2. When I read scary books, I do like to be actually made, at the very least, uncomfortable, and the only thing that this book has made me so far is angry at Stephen. So far, so disappointing, but that's fine because it's giving me a load of relatable content. All right, peace.